Hello YouTube, my name is Joe Bouch, and I wanted to post a video just talking about my atrial fibrillation story, which began a little over 6 years ago. I was first diagnosed with AFib in 2013. It was actually New Year's Day, January 1st, 2013. I woke up in the morning after partying all night, drinking, smoking weed, smoking cigarettes. Woke up in the morning, my chest was pounding, my heart was beating real fast like it never had before. I told my wife, something's not right. I could see my heart kind of beating on top of my shirt. And so she drove me to the hospital, went to the emergency room, got me right in, took my blood pressure. My blood pressure was through the roof. My heart rate was, I don't know, around, it was fluttering, but it was around 150 to 140. Doctor came in and said, "You have atrial fibrillation," which is the first I've ever heard of that. So, kind of scared me. I did my research on it, and so yeah, that was that. And basically, I had to stay in the hospital for 24 hours while they tried to they hooked me up with an IV and tried to get my heart rate to come down, and tried to put me back into sinus rhythm. But it didn't work, and they said if your heart rate doesn't go back down and you don't go into sinus rhythm, you're going to have a cardioversion. Didn't know what that was, so I looked that up. That scared me to death, so that actually made things worse. So I ended up staying in the hospital till the next day and had the cardioversion the next morning. Converted me, put me back into sinus rhythm, and I was fine. They sent me home, put me on a 81 milligram aspirin every day. So that's what I was to take. Oh, and by the way, I was 34 years old at this time, 6 years ago. So then after that, I was pretty much fine for a number of months. I had major anxiety from what happened, so I had to get on some anxiety medication as well. But I was pretty much fine for 10 months after that. And then October of that year, I woke up one morning, not from partying, just a regular morning, woke up, getting ready to go to work, and my heart started racing again and fluttering and scared the heck out of me. So I drove myself to the hospital, called my wife, let her know that I was in the hospital, that it came back. And this time they did another cardioversion and put me back into sinus rhythm again. And this time the doctor put me on 25 milligram metropolol along with 81 milligram aspirin. And so then after that was October of 2013. And then so after that, everything was fine for the most part, except for extreme anxiety, panic attacks. I can't tell you how many times I woke up in the middle of the night. The AFib would wake me up in the middle of the night, and I would have a panic attack, start getting the shakes. Woke my wife up, thinking I was having a heart attack. Just scary stuff. So this would happen every so often. It was always at night, but for the most part, I was feeling pretty good. Fast forward to just this past holidays. We're in 2019 now, but just this past this past December, November, December, the AFib has come back. Even though I'm on the medication, it it's hit me at work. I have a very physically demanding job. I'm a carpet cleaner. So I'll just be working, and then all of a sudden I get a chest pain, and then the heart rate goes up. And I've kind of learned how to get out of it on my own with breathing, just slow, steady breaths. Burping actually works for me too. Anyways, no more hospital visits, but I did call my cardiologist to go in. Went in, explained what was going on. They wanted to do a echocardiogram. Everything looks good there. I was sent home with a heart monitor that I wore for 2 weeks. Recorded AFib episodes just about every day. Sent them in. Nothing crazy. My heart rate never really goes up to 100 or above, but it's just with me it's more of an arrhythmia thing. It's just jumping around, skipping enough to make you feel not so good. So I went in to see my electrophysicist on Monday, 2 or 3 days ago, to talk about getting an ablation. Now, I've known about ablation since day one. It's something I was kind of terrified of. I never wanted to have that done. But up until recently, I've realized that it's probably the way to go for me. With my lifestyle, it's a very active lifestyle. I need my heart to be, pumping strong for a long time, and in rhythm, because it doesn't feel good to feel like you're going to die every day. So went in to see my electrophysicist. Sorry, I it's hard for me to say that. Great doctor, Dr. Haroon Rashid out of Northern Virginia. And he believes that the cryoballoon ablation is the way to go for me. So I have this scheduled for 2 weeks from today. I'll make another couple videos to update you guys on how it's going. I've been watching a lot of videos on here with people explaining how their ablation went, and it seems to be there's a pretty high success rate with this type of procedure. So I know it's going to be good for me. I know it's going to be the right choice. I'm a little nervous about it, but that's totally normal. But 2 weeks it's scheduled. I go in, and I will post some more videos after and let you guys know how it went. So I hope this video helps anybody who's trying to find out more information about an ablation. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys again.